Welcome back to the Writer's Notebook TV show. I'm your host, Kysa Daniels, and with us now is established author Lois Banks. Lois, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You've written a few books, and your latest is Walking with God. You wrote this just hot off the press in January. You talk about it being a little difficult, however, for you to write this book.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes. Initially, when I was first inspired, a lot of the stories that you actually see written inside of the book were hidden in my heart, and they were so personal. But I was encouraged by my co-workers to put all the stories in book format and share it with the world.
You seem to have been really intuitive from a very early age, listening even then to, as you say, the voice of God. How does God factor into your life and into this book?
Well, God is a big part of my life, but Kysa, I was not introduced to holiness or how to walk upright before God when I was a little girl, but my parents did dedicate me as a child to God, and I feel that God takes baby dedications very seriously. Okay. And as a young child, God began to talk to me. He would direct me, and he even protected me in the 4th grade from a group of children wanting to beat me up.
And you talk about that in the book. Give us a little more background on that story.
Yes, I was in the 4th grade, and I was sitting in my classroom, and I actually heard a voice that sounded like thunder giving me direction to walk home the back way. And normally I would walk home with a group of children the front way, but I obeyed the voice. I knew instantly it was God. And later on I found out that a group of children actually, they were waiting for me to reach a certain corner so that they could all jump on me and beat me up. And I knew God was protecting me.
At that point.
Yes.
And you write so beautifully about that, even though it's such a horrible memory for you in this book.
Yes.
You also have a segment in here called Gold Teeth.
Yes.
And I would love it if you could read a passage of that for us.
Sure. One evening, I was invited to a church service where a woman evangelist preached on faith and miracles. She gave practical examples of how to tell whether your faith is in operation. She said that I could pray for something small, like a pair of socks, and watch God touch the heart of someone who would bring me a pair of socks. Then she said that I should stretch my faith by praying for something that would require me to have more faith. She said that I could pray for a pair of shoes and watch God touch the heart of someone who would purchase a pair of shoes for me. She also said I needed faith for a miracle because you never know when you're going to need one. She explained that a miracle is something that only God can perform, something that goes against the natural laws established on earth. Then I heard something I never heard before. The evangelist stated that her miracle request to God was to have gold crosses in her teeth. She said I could come and look inside of her mouth to see them if I chose to. I wondered if she was telling me the truth. I found out that she could also hear thoughts in the spirit realm, and she was aware of my doubt and my unbelief. When she said out loud, I could hear what you're thinking. I went home puzzled about what I had heard and curious at the same time about the gold crosses in the evangelist's teeth. I went into the bathroom and I began to talk to God. I said, God, if this woman of God is telling me the truth, then put gold crosses in my teeth. But if she is telling me a lie, don't put the gold in my teeth. As I opened my mouth and pointed to my teeth, I felt the power of God come out of my right first finger, and it went into my upper and lower back teeth. I screamed and closed my mouth, but then I heard God say, open up your mouth and look inside. I found a flashlight, and I was amazed. I asked another adult to verify the gold, and it was verified.
Mystery. Miracle.
Yes.
Not mystery, but miracle.
Yes.
I guess mystery as well from God.
Yes.
Well, how do you explain that?
Well, at that time I was just learning about the things of God and about how to move and walk in faith. And when I heard that information, it challenged me to really find out if God could actually do such a thing. And the moment that God revealed that truth to me, it broke everything in my heart and in my mind about what God could do and what he couldn't do. So right now, today, it's very easy for me to pray for anything and to believe God for anything. And
your faith is fixed, in other words.
Yes, it's fixed. Yes, it is.
Well, this is a wonderful book, Walking with God, and we wish wish you much success with it. You self-published
Yes.
this book. We have a lot of authors who actually watch this show, and they are encouraged and they're curious about how do they take that step, that leap of faith in terms of publishing their own books. What advice can you give them?
Well, I would definitely say pray and do a lot of research and figure out exactly what you want to do. But for me, self-publishing seemed to be the answer. I could create as many manuscripts as I want, and all manuscripts are accepted. No manuscripts are turned down.
Because it's self-publishing.
It's self-publishing. And learn the trade yourself, because I know the insides and the outs of the publishing business, and I'm really grateful for the knowledge and the information.
I think that's so key to research. A lot of times we want to skip over that step because it takes a little time. Where can people purchase your book, Walking with God,
Yes.
and your other two offerings?
Sure, they can go out to my website. I own a Christian company called Uniquely Reading Publishing. You can go to www.uniquelyreading.com and take a look at all of my books and all of my information and purchase the book there.
Okay, thank you so much. And again, many best wishes to you. God bless.
Thank you.
All right, and stay with us. After the break, we'll be talking to novelist Kevin Brown.